Hi there, Loy from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com. Today is what's the date? July 9th, 2014. It's a Wednesday. The time is 2:36 in the afternoon. Now, I want to address this issue about today's generation. I've been interacting with them for quite some time now. I would say in and around maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 months. Not too sure, I can't be specific because I've been interacting with them on a deeper level. Before, I used to just have a touch base, kind of just give them a training session or just interact with them on a very lighter scale. But lately, after the suicide of one of these youngsters, whose name was Abhimanyu Sadasivan, I created a Facebook page where I started interacting with them on a much deeper level. I created an Ask FM account where I could address the issues that they were scared to speak about. I started answering emails. I started accepting friends requests from a lot of youngsters on Facebook which I normally would never do. I started to do it because I thought maybe they need someone to reach out to. And this is what I've actually noticed. Which I would like to share. And the children, today's youngsters do face problems. That's without a doubt. They do face problems. They face problems from teachers, that is school. They face problems and issues from their parents. They face problems from their friends. Okay? I'm not saying all of them do. Some of them do. Now, however, all of them are not victims. Some of them actually have brought this on themselves. These youngsters are not saints by no means. I'll give you an example. Now, after I created the Facebook page that was for youngsters, the A Plus group, I started getting messages from a lot of like 14, 15-year-old, even 16-year-olds, kind of being rude, threatening, some of them giving bad words for no reason. I don't know who they were. Then I had these others who were questioning me as to why am I doing what am I doing? How dare I do that? They started questioning my life. They started questioning my lifestyle. They started questioning what is it I do? Why is it that I do it? I mean, instead of focusing on their business, instead of focusing on what they are supposed to do, they started focusing on what I am supposed to do. And then at first I thought, okay, matter of courtesy, I'll answer all their questions. But eventually, how many emails can I answer in a given day? I tried answering like 20, 30, 40. It just went on. And then when you answer one question, the next question comes. And you answer the next question, the next one comes. And most of them ask the same question. So I started putting up videos to answer their questions. But then that was not enough. Then everything I started to do had a bad intention. And then the climax of this all took place when they started watching the videos that I created. Some of the videos that I created were just created for slapstick comedy, for fun, for dark humor. One of them predominantly was Loy Machedo's opinion on Indian women. I thought that was funny. Some of the people I knew found it funny. Well, there were some who found it really offensive. Now, all of a sudden, these girls who are in school and colleges, they started taking this video really seriously. And to show that their upbringing was proper, to show that they came from good families, to show that they were really good-natured girls, they started sending me written messages of abuse, of abusing my parents, God, society, whatever. It didn't faze me. But then it started going out of hand, whereby they started issuing threats, which I found silly because they're still staying with their parents and then they're trying to act so smart. And then now you have all these youngsters ganging up, creating groups, which I personally don't care because you can go ahead and create as many groups as you like. You can stop focusing on your education and you can start focusing on me, which is no problem at all because it doesn't bother me, it doesn't affect me. So it went to a point where I started asking myself, why am I actually even bothering to help these guys? Why am I even wanting to help them if they have such an attitude, if they have such a behavior? Now, I've just realized this very simple truth. All these youngsters, they are not victims. They are actually manipulators because what they're trying to do in front of their parents, in front of the people who they like, They put on this facade of being so nice, of being so caring. But the minute they are with their friends, when they're given freedom, they show their true colors, and their true colors are pretty ugly. What they try to do is when they're with their friends, they start using these bad words and they start using this foul language, which is okay for their age. But the part that is not okay is where they decide to start inflicting harm on others, when they start interfering in other people's businesses, and when they start putting other people down, and when it comes to them, then they start boo hoo hoo, help me, nobody loves me, I need help, I need support. I think this shows what today's generation is all about. They are really sleazy and manipulative. They spend their time interfering in other people's businesses. They spend their time and creative energy putting other people down, ganging up, bullying others. And when it comes to them, then they put on the sad, big-eyed, face where they say, "Oh, I'm a victim. Help me." Especially you have these girls who tend to show this goody-goody image outside, but the minute they have a difference of opinion, the language that they use is something they would not use even in front of their own, let's say, teachers or their own family members. So I see double standards here. I really see double standards. Now, what is going to happen to these kids? It's very simple. Right now, mommy and daddy are paying their bills, so they don't have anything to worry about. They can criticize, they can write amazing articles of humor, they can put other people down, they can give threats, they can create Facebook groups, no problem. But when it comes to actually surviving in the real world, not staying with daddy, mommy, working a part-time job and earning money and saying, "Look, I earned some money." No. When you can actually get away from the nest of protectiveness that your parents have created, go out into the real world. The real world. Pay your own bills. Pay your accommodation. Pay your expenses. Pay for your education. Pay for your lifestyle. And look after your parents. And then you can do all this. I doubt you'd have the time in the first place. If you can do all this after that, agreed, you're the man. However, being 15 or 16 years old and pointing fingers at someone who's 37, 38 or 40, talking about society, talking about your dreams, when you are, living under the expense of your mommy and daddy, that's being a bloody coward. And then I created this Ask FM account to help the youngsters. But then you have these bold, really courageous youngsters who say, "Hey, fuck you, man. I'm going to do this to your mother, your father, your this and that." Why are you being anonymous? Why don't you come face to face and say it? And then you have these brave little girls who send messages on YouTube and Facebook. Do you even know that if you threaten someone or if you use bad language, especially without understanding the laws of the country or the social media, you can be actually put to task? I mean, stupid, absolutely stupid. Their parents are thinking that their children are doing something worthwhile. Their children are focusing on their future and their careers. They're paying for, the education is pretty expensive. They're paying for them and they're using all this energy, all this sacrifice into putting other people down and fighting for a cause which does not feed them. I think today's children, whatever problems they're going through is the problems they've created for themselves. And they will actually come to know the reality of life once they get out of this Facebook world, once they get out of this protective nest and really face things as they are. Because the outside world, the real world, that is the corporate world, that is the money-making world, is different. That is why parents don't have time for all this. That is why grown-up people don't spend time on Facebook. That is why grown-up, mature adults, who are working in the corporate world, they don't have time for all this nonsense. Oh, you might be saying, "Oh, what about me?" Well, I make a living out of being on social media. I make a living. So that's a difference. For me, my corporate world is the social media world. The controversies that I create garner and bring me attention. And that is how I get noticed. Yes, my tattoos look ugly. My opinions are controversial. Yes, I am this bad guy who has this messed up life. But guess what? I'm making money. I'm earning my livelihood. I am comfortable. And then you have these kids who say, "My father earns more than you. My mother earns more than you. They are more respectable." Great. I'm happy. What about you? How much money do you earn? What is it that you make? What is it that you can say, "This is me, not my mummy, not my daddy, not someone else"? And you who are pointing fingers at me, there was this guy who has this mental retard problem. I think he is slightly retard or something. And he writes this amazing article about me on his Facebook that I'm a charlatan and I'm a fake. Life coaching is stupid. Agreed. Life coaching is dumb. Tony Robbins is stupid. Zig Ziglar, John Maxwell, all Tom Peters, all these guys who are teaching other people to improve and become better, they are all bad, okay? Or maybe it's only me. Maybe it's only me that you're talking about. But when you offer a service, you don't do it for free, my friend. When you offer to help someone, you don't do it for free. There is a price to pay. Just as when you go to a graphic designer, he tells you, I'll help you, I'll give you these services, but you got to pay for it. In the same way, anyone who offers to help, if you respect them, you pay money. You don't do it for free. And you have this amazing, people, including these other kids, they have this amazing ability to make fun of others on social media. Go ahead, make fun. Go ahead. But then, when it comes down to you, stop being a wuss. Stop being a sissy. Stop crying. And I don't take the support of anyone. Come. Let's put this guy down. No, I don't need. I'm strong enough to stand up for myself. And you're kids. That's why I don't take it seriously. But the reason I want to address this issue is because you're all cowards. You're all cowards who hide behind mommy and daddy's earnings and do this on social media. Come face to face. Come face to face and talk. Show me, if you really want to impress me, show me your profile. Show me your business profile. Show me the job that you do. Show me the specialization that you have. Agreed, I might be boasting about online and trying to show off. Fine, great. What is it that you are doing that I should sit up and take notice? If you notice, I'm not even looking at your profile. I'm not even bothered about you. It's just that people keep sending me stuff about what you have done about me, and then I just check it out. Others, I'm not bothered. I don't go searching around. Oh, did someone write something new about me? I'm busy creating content. Like this video, I'm creating content. This is creative collaboration by myself and what is happening around in the world. What are you doing? You are just putting up some stupid little thing on Facebook and getting applause from your friends, like from your friends. It's like taking a photograph outside and then putting up on Facebook, getting 20 likes and saying, I'm a professional photographer. The success that you can brag about is when you have the capacity to earn money, when you have the capacity to look after yourself and make something out of your life. Today's generation is spoiled. Today's generation messed up. And I realized this when I went down to India, when I went down to Thailand, when I went down to Dublin, and I saw youngsters actually not having the time for Facebook, not having the time for, criticizing, making fun of others, but they had time to work, focus on their work, and then pay for their education and make a living out of their life. Okay, that is where respect comes. This is what you kids are doing today here in Dubai. Being on social media, making fun of others, groupism, bullying. This is an act of being a coward. And then setting up these stupid messages and making fun. Go ahead, make fun of my tattoos. Please go ahead. Call me a male chauvinistic pig. No problem. Go, do whatever you like. But in the end, when you have to face the world, people will want to know, what did you do for yourself? What are your education qualifications? What is your expertise? What is your achievement? And how much it is that you can convince someone to get a job by yourself. So instead of driving the car that your father paid for you, instead of sitting in the house that your father has earned, instead of banking on your father's and your mother's achievements, go out and do something by yourself and stop looking at others. Stop minding other people's business. Everyone will have an opinion. Everybody will have an opinion. Start doing something by yourself, and that is where you will earn respect. Agreed, I ain't perfect. Agreed, I'm this joker with tattoos and this guy who puts controversial videos. Agreed. But you are the one who's focusing on me. You are focusing. You're spending your time, your resources, your money, your energy on me. While me, I'm focusing on myself. So who do you think is the winner? The reason I wanted to address this issue is one small simple thing. Today's children are not victims. They are manipulators. And not all of them, but the majority of them are. And if you are into problems, you have created them for you. And don't go around crying and expecting people to give you sympathy, because when you go out into the real world, you'll be bitch slapped left, right, and center completely. And that is where you'll realize where you stand. You want to know your sense of worth? Go out into the real world. Earn some money. Make something out of yourself. And that is where you'll get respect. And not just, I just got a job, I just got a salary. Show your competence at your work and rise to the top. And then you'll realize you don't have time for Facebook. You don't have time to look at other people's business. You don't have time to make fun of others. You'll only have time to look after yourself, focus on yourself, and ask yourself, how is it that you can improve? And that is what I do. And it is people like you who react who are actually the losers. Loy from loymachedo.com and whoisloymachedo.com. Go ahead, haters. Say whatever you want. I'd love to read your views. Goodbye for now.